Welcome to the Mom and Dad Cuss podcast. I'm Adam.
I'm ReAnna.
And this is the show where we talk about our experience raising 4 rowdy boys with absolutely no sugarcoating.
No. I don't think we couldn't coat it in sugar if we tried. We really couldn't.
The CNH does not have enough sugar to coat our boys. That sounds like some sort of weird punishment. I don't know.
A little.
Anyway, this week we are kind of proving that we are, in fact, as crazy as we seem.
Well, I wouldn't say that we're crazy.
I would say we're crazy.
Maybe a little delusional in thinking that things are going to go well.
Yeah. Isn't it like how they say that women are like genetically programmed to black out the pain of childbirth, so that they're willing?
I wouldn't know. I've never experienced it.
Yeah, they say that like there's like a hormone or something that's released when a woman has a baby that basically
it's called endorphins.
No, this is beyond like endorphins, but they literally like black out the extreme amount of pain they are in through childbirth.
I haven't forgotten a single fucking thing.
You can't remember a thing. You got C-sections and you were severely medicated.
I remember they stick a gigantic needle in your spine after they shove their fingers into your spine to separate the fucking godmother piece of.
But they say there's something that like, you know, Men in Black wipes your memory of childbirth so that you're willing to put yourself through that experience again.
That's probably what it is. The doctors come in with a neuralizer.
Yep. How long exactly are you? That's why they always ask you exactly how far along you are. That's it. It's like, we got to dial this in.
Right.
And then it's gone.
Yeah. No, I haven't forgotten a single second of being pregnant. And
no, that's just re-implanted memories. See,
no.
They told you about it.
It's not. I hate being pregnant.
Yeah. But enough about Men in Black.
Why are we crazy this week?
Because after the last show talking about how crazy our trip back to Texas was, we're about to do it again.
That's right, folks. An 18-hour one-way drive with 4 boys. Twice. In 1 month?
Basically, in the course of 1 month, because we got back this month, we were leaving. Well, we're leaving on the 1st.
Yeah.
So technically, we've skipped the month.
Ugh. Still, it's within a month, because we got back here on the 5th.
Yeah. Anyway.
And we're going to be getting back here on the 5th.
No, we'll be getting back on the 4th. But anyway.
Hopefully.
I hope so. We got to be back to work on the 5th.
But yeah, so there was a bit of family business that came up that we need to go take care of. So we have necessity and whatever. We need to go back. Yeah. So
we now have a need to return to back to Texas for what amounts to a weekend trip.
Essentially. And, you know, people say, oh, you know, let's just jump in the car and take a quick road trip and it'll be fun.
Road trips are fun when you don't have kids.
I don't see the fun in it anymore. I used to love road trips and oh my God, anybody ever wanted to go on a road trip? I was so down. I was the first one in the car. You know, let's go. I don't care where we're going. Oh, we're only going to the fucking grocery store. Damn it. Let's go somewhere. Like, I liked road trips. I thought they were the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, but how far did you ever really go on a road trip?
Well, I mean, I lived in Texas, and so the farthest that I ever really went on a road trip was to Amarillo.
Okay, that's actually really far.
Yeah, I mean, we drove.
Yeah. And for those of you, you know, quick factoid, the distance from Brownsville, Texas, which is not far from Sinton or Corpus Christi, to...
Yeah, it is. Brownsville's really far south.
Not in relation to Amarillo. You know, geographically speaking, it's not that far. But the distance from Brownsville, Texas to Amarillo, Texas is actually further than the distance from Amarillo, Texas to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pointing that out. Texas is fucking huge. Okay.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I was in youth groups as a kid, and so we did a whole bunch of traveling, and we went to visit other youth groups in the state. So, I mean, we went to Amarillo, we went to Dallas, we went to Waco. You know, we were all over all the time. Hell, we even know the longest road trip that I took, because we did drive to Mississippi. I forgot that we drove to Mississippi.
You?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dad drove to Disney World once, and you know, that's, you know, basically twice the distance, but still, ew.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and we didn't go all the way into Alabama. I think we went to like the border of Alabama. We visited Mississippi for a bit, and then obviously we were in Louisiana for a while. We drove through and looked at stuff and saw stuff and did stuff.
Yeah.
So that was the longest actual road trip that I had been on.
That was like almost like touristy, because you guys at least got to stop and see stuff and do stuff.
No, well, I mean, it was more of a, oh look, you know, there's a casino that the adults went in real quick, and
we got those.
This is back in the day when it was okay to leave your kids in the car. It wasn't really like...
It never was okay. People just didn't care.
This is true.
Anyway.
But it wasn't like a touristy road trip type thing. We had like intent and places to be and, you know, a schedule to stay on.
But there was still time to gamble.
For the adults, apparently. They got to spend their $5. So yeah, that was the longest road trip that I had gone on. But I really like road trips. I think they're freaking fun.
When you're not driving.
And I'm not driving. And when we don't have kids. Because I had kids and that changed everything.
You know, I mean, if you really want an example of, you know, kids on a road trip are a bad idea, I direct your attention to exhibits I don't know what through I don't know what of National Lampoon's Anything Ending in Vacation. Vacation, Christmas Vacation, Vegas Vacation, the other vacation. Kids on road trips, bad idea. No good can come from this.
I don't understand that reference.
Yeah, I know. She doesn't know movies, everybody. She does not know movies. Just believe me when I say that this is a series of movies that just tell you that road trips with your children are a bad idea.
Or I could just reference the 6-ish road trips that we've been on to confirm that it is a bad idea.
It wasn't as terrible when we just had Charlie. Now that there's 4 of them...
I mean, I disagree, but...
It wasn't fabulous, because back then we were doing stupid stuff like trying to feed him while we were driving.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to sit in the back seat. Where's the jar of bananas? I'm going to try and feed the 1-year-old in his car seat while we're driving, you know, at 2 in the morning. In the middle of the night. Yeah, in the middle of the night.
Jeez.
You know, we were dumb back then.
Apparently we're dumb again.
We were dumb again because...
But we will say, you know, like we said in the last show, the trip out isn't the bad part.
No, it's not.
That's at least tolerable.
And for whatever reason on the drive out, going there, it's easier to just make the drive and not want to kill everybody. Mm-hmm. And not like be falling into a coma every like 30-40 minutes of the drive.
Yeah. And so, you know, hopefully that'll be the case this time. We're leaving a lot later. We're leaving at night this time. And we're hoping that the boys sleep solidly. Sleep solidly. Sorry guys, I had a glass of wine and woo. Anyway. So we're hoping that the boys sleep solidly enough. I don't think I'm saying that right. They sleep well enough that we can drive for a significant amount of time without having to stop. So hopefully that's what happens. I think the issue that we ran into last time was we left earlier in the day. when they're used to running around and playing and doing shit, and it was all of a sudden, okay, now you have to sit for 18 hours.
Yeah, strap them into the car at playtime.
Yeah. So now we're strapping them into the car at bedtime. So hopefully they'll sleep and at least let us drive. Or at least let me drive. Let you drive, because this will be immediately after I get out of work.
And you don't handle driving at night well.
I can't drive at night. I don't know why. I can't do it.
Yeah. This is going to be I definitely have to be rested going in. But at the same time, I'm used to Fridays are usually my roughest day of the week work-wise.
Yeah.
Because it's usually, end of the week. That's when we've got all those big jobs that are going to leave me working until, 3 or 4 in the morning. And, especially during the school year when Charlie's getting out of school early. I almost said work. Charlie gets out of work early.
Charlie gets out of work early.
But when Charlie gets out of school early, and so my nap time during the day with the little boys is basically eliminated. So
yeah.
I'm used to operating on a Friday under almost no sleep, but I'm going to do my damnedest this time to actually rest.
Yeah. No, you're going to need it. It's going to be brutal, but we'll make it work, and we're only going to be there for like a day and a half. Do what we need to do and then come back. We are planning on the trip back, like I said on the last show.
We're getting a hotel.
We are getting a hotel on the way back this time. So we're not going to try to drive all the way straight through and make it home, because there's absolutely no way. Especially if we're only staying there for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way.
There's no time to rest during this trip. It is very much a get on the road, arrive and do our damnedest to make it back before we've got to get back to work.
Pretty much. And for those of you sitting out there thinking, well, is it necessary for both of you to go? No. The reason that we are deciding that we came to the conclusion that all of us have to go back for this, it's not that we both need to be there to take care of the family business. But ultimately what it came down to was I have to work during the week. I can't take any time off until like September, because 1, it's our busy season, and 2, I just took a vacation. So I can't take any time off until like September. So it has to be done on a weekend. That being said, Adam would have to leave. If he were the only one to go, he would have to leave on Friday and be back in time for me to go to work on Monday. Here's the kicker, though. It's our busy season at work. And when our busy season, we call it peak. When peak hits, we start working Saturdays. Well, I don't know what Saturdays I'm required to work yet. So it's it would be stupid for us to book a plane ticket or a bus ticket or whatever to send him out there when I don't know when we can actually have him go out there.
Yeah.
And we want to get this done before Charlie goes back to school, which is in August. So we're left with a limited amount of time to actually get this accomplished. So the easiest course of action was to have him go out, or was to have this taken care of the weekend of July 4th. Simply because I'm off that Monday, he's off that Monday. It gives a little bit more time to get back. So that's kind of what that turned into. Because I know that I don't have to work July 2nd. So that being said, looking at a one-way plane ticket for one person was going to be about $350. Looking at a one-way bus ticket was about $185. Now, it would take us about $300 in gas to get out there. So that makes a plane ticket kind of stupid.
Yeah. It's basically a wash.
It's basically a wash. The bus ticket is the cheaper option by far. However, it takes an extra, day full day.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to leave until about 9 o'clock Friday night.
Yep.
And I wouldn't arrive until around 7. If the bus is running completely on schedule, I would arrive about 7 o'clock Saturday night, which then I would still have to turn around and leave somewhere Sunday morning-ish to make it back home.
Right.
On Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a very hard turnaround. And it's much harder. I've made one bus trip in my life. It is much harder to sleep on a bus than it is in a plane or in a car. And especially if you're traveling alone. It's like, when I did it before, I was not traveling alone. So there was always one of us was awake.
Yeah.
But when I would be more nervous traveling alone, more worried about somebody messing with my bag or somebody messing with me or whatever. On a bus.
See, that's what I feel like too. Is like, I feel like people on a bus are a little bit less trustworthy, and I don't know why I feel that way. I've never been on a bus. I feel like it's grungier or less, I don't know, just less trustworthy than I would feel on a plane, I guess.
Yeah. And I would be on a bus for 20 hours.
Yeah.
Which, we're going to do that in the car, but, we're shaving about 5 hours off of this by doing this ourselves. Mm-hmm. And it gives us time on both ends of this trip.
Yeah.
Because rather than starting really late and being on the road longer, we are going to be starting earlier. We'll arrive earlier. We'll be getting there about midday Saturday, late lunchtime-ish.
Yeah.
To where, even with the time change, to where we will have time to get settled in and rest and be taking care of things and not have the extreme quick turnaround that is going to suck the ever-living last breath out of me.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for either of us. I don't anticipate being chipper on the way back.
I figure we're splitting the boy on the way back.
Yeah, probably.
Like, here, you handle these two. I'm going to handle those two because this is not going to be a fun trip.
No, it won't be. But, we'll see how it works out. We'll keep y'all updated.
Maybe we'll actually accomplish recording on the road this time.
That would be complicated, but maybe.
Maybe. It's entirely reasonable. It's entirely possible.
I suppose. Oh my god. So, I am ready to publicly admit, and this is a complete change of subject.
Okay. I was going to wait a few weeks because your birthday's coming up, but whatever.
My birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm ready to.
What's it, like 3 weeks? Ish.
I don't know. It's math.
It's math. Let me look at a calendar, grab an abacus. How long is when is your birthday?
Jeez, you're old.
Actually, I was talking about you, but whatever.
Oh my god. So, I'm ready to publicly announce that I am actually almost 30.
No, you're not almost 30 as in you're going to be 30 this year.
Dear God, no. That'd be awful.
Because we went from your birthday's coming up to saying I'm almost 30. You're not turning 30 this year.
Ugh, that'd be awful.
Thanks, dear.
Ugh.
I'm only pushing 32 now.
I know, you're old. It's unfortunate.
So are you going to admit your actual age then?
No. It's bad enough I'm saying I'm almost 30. But how did I come to this conclusion? Because I'm so adamant about I'm only 25. I'm turning 25. I came to this conclusion because last week, on Monday, I decided, you know what? I had a really shitty day. I need something to take my mind off of the crap storm that is about to descend upon work in our peak season. And it's pizza night, and what goes better with pizza than wine? I couldn't think of anything, so I stopped to get wine.
a lot of things.
I couldn't think of any, so I stopped to get wine. And I will have you know that was the first time that I have ever purchased my own alcohol and purchased my own alcohol from like a liquor store. It was a very strange feeling for me.
And for those of you, like, because I've lived in Arizona, I've lived in Texas. In Texas, you cannot buy hard liquor or anything in a grocery store. You can buy beer. Yeah. That's it. In a grocery store or like convenience store, you can buy beer. And here, like in Arizona, you can buy hard liquor at a grocery store. You can buy hard liquor at Walmart.
Oh hell yeah, they've got anything.
You know, there are full wine sections at the Quick Trip.
Yeah.
You can buy a bottle of wine or a bottle of Jaeger at the convenience store on the corner or at the Safeway. And it was a little bit of a shock to me, but there are still standing liquor stores. Yeah,
there are.
You don't really have as much of a need for them, but where the higher end stuff
Texas,
is there.
I mean, think about it. In Texas, we had like beer barns.
Yeah,
those were the best. So yeah, I finally I bought 2 bottles of wine, and for those of you curious, I like 14 Hands Moscato. It's delicious.
You just, send those to us. You need the information, email.
Care of ReAnna at Mom and Dad Cuss.
Surprise, Arizona, email for the address.
I'm not giving you our address.
If they're sending you wine, I bet you would.
I'm not giving out our address. We'll get a P.O. box. How's that? Can you put wine in a P.O. box? Is that legal?
I don't know. I think if it's anything other than a bomb, I don't think they care.
Maybe.
They don't know what's in the package. They just put the package in the box. As long as it's not ticking. Don't send us a clock.
Don't send a clock. So I bought 2 bottles of wine, and tonight was my last glass of my first bottle. I have also, as of Saturday, become hooked, and I don't want to say this out loud.
It is a mark of shame.
It is a mark of shame.
Should get you a scarlet letter B.
Oh, I know. But I started watching The Bachelorette, and I got really hooked on it, and I really am invested in this season.
For shame.
I know. So those are my 2, I am actually almost 30 confessions.
Because you were sitting here with a bottle of wine watching The Bachelorette.
I was sitting here with a glass of wine. Thank you very much. My goodness. I am not that bad.
No, you're a lightweight.
I am.
You can't handle
1 glass of wine, and I'm like, oh my god, you guys.
Yeah. She can't handle her liquor.
I can too.
You cannot.
I can too. It just makes me sleepy.
That would be the not handling it part.
Hey, but I can keep it in.
Because you only have 1 glass.
No.
If you're throwing up at 1 glass, then you really need, I think you actually need help. I think they need to find a doctor to teach you how to handle your alcohol better if 1 glass of wine makes you actually throw up.
No.
But that's a whole other issue.
I like rum.
No, you don't. You like coconut rum. That's not actually rum.
It's
That's
delicious.
coconut. That's
it goes
coconut
in
alcohol.
everything. Did you know you can put that shit in Kool-Aid and it tastes amazing?
It's coconut.
Oh, it's delicious. I should have gotten some of that.
I think we still have some.
Do we? Should make pina coladas. We could make rum watermelon slushies.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm totally going to.
We're not making rum watermelon
Oh, we don't have a blender, do we? Damn. If you want to send us a blender, send me an email. I'll send you our address.
Make it a ninja blender. Just, if you're going to go big or go home. If you're already buying us gifts, you might as well buy us nice gifts.
Jeez. I don't know if we're that good of a podcast yet.
Cheap wine and a good blender. That's what we need.
I guess. Cheap wine and a good blender. Did you know that recently at, the AKC of wine shows?
Mm-hmm. We were comparing wine shows to dog shows, but okay.
I don't know what it's called, but there was like some like national or maybe international, I don't know,
some big ass
wine show.
Yeah.
Where a $6 bottle of wine took home Best in Show. And that was actually...
It is called Best in Show.
It is actually called Best in Show.
I was like, we're not going back to the dog thing.
No. It is actually called Best in Show. And it was like a $6 cheap-ass bottle of wine that won the whole show.
It's $6 Chuck.
Oh my gosh. $2 Chuck is amazing. Except I think now it's
like $3.
$3.50.
It's like $3.50. And they stopped calling it $2 Chuck because it's like $3.50 now. But it's still like a $3 bottle of wine that I have been told, according to sources, that it ain't bad.
Yeah, I've heard that it's pretty good. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, I've heard that it's good. Just like, and I remember reading an article about it where they said, hey, here's the reason why we can produce it so cheap.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like, we do things that other wineries frown upon. It's like we grow in less, ideal conditions. We use synthetic corks and things like this. Like, we don't spend all this money that other companies spend because that's what you do. Like, we're trying to make an inexpensive, reasonably priced quality product.
Right.
So we can make a $3 bottle of wine and you can't. Take that.
But yeah, I guess I've officially turned into that mom that drinks wine.
That sits there drinking wine, crying over The Bachelorette. As long as you don't get hooked on like the Real Housewives or whatever the fuck, I'm okay.
Oh God, no.
I draw the line at the Real Housewives of any fucking city.
No. Although I was crying quite a bit when I was watching So You Think You Can Dance, because this season is all about, it's called The Next Generation, so it's all like kids ages 8 to 13, and they all have these super cute little sob stories, and yeah. And Charlie really likes it, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be a dancer. He's going to be in dance.
He's going to be a dancing marine biologist, that's it.
Right? He'll do the dolphin shows.
He's going to be teaching the dolphins how to do the waltz.
Because he does want to dance. He wants to take like jazz or contemporary courses, which I'd totally be down with if they weren't so fucking expensive.
Yeah, dance classes are expensive. Just ask Abby Lee. Oh, snap! Too early.
Oh, but what else is new, dear?
I don't know. I've gone from sick to injured.
Hey, another you're getting old type thing.
Yeah, I'm actually currently doing this with a back brace and relatively immobilized. I have to assume I inherited my dad's bad back, but I managed to actually blow my back out this week, and yeah, I'm severely limited range of motion right now.
Yep.
With, and still in a...
Moderately medicated,
well restrained, and still achy. I guess the back injuries are really sensitive, and so...
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to move much to do this.
It's true.
I can sit here and just sit here and be okay, as long as we don't get going too long.
That's what she said.
That is what it is like, being married to her.
You love me.
Those sort of jokes just don't end.
You love my jokes. I love my jokes.
You love your jokes.
They're fantastic. Oh.
I've never met somebody with so many bad puns.
Sure you have.
Your dad.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think I get them?
I know. The only person with worse
filter.
puns than you is your dad.
I filter what he sends me. I don't tell you all of the ones he sends me. You're welcome.
slowly we've been sharing these bad puns on the Facebook page. So if you want to hear more of ReAnna's bad jokes,
hey, fantastic jokes from the lovely person whom you married.
I didn't marry you for your jokes.
Rude.
Saying, because your jokes suck. But
at this point, I can't even threaten you with like, oh, you're gonna have to sleep on the couch, because you would actually rather sleep on the couch.
Yeah, right now I'm sleeping on the couch because it's better for my back.
So
I'll make you sleep in our bed.
Aw.
That sounds so wrong.
That sounds horrible. I'll make you sleep next to me.
Yeah, you're a bed hog.
Am not.
Like, okay, every dad, every guy, you don't even have to be married. Every guy with a girlfriend, every male with a wife, or female with a wife, I don't care. Does your wife not hog the shit out of the bed?
I do not.
You do.
I don't.
I come home from work. You are diagonal across the bed with one arm stretched over the side of the bed that you couldn't quite reach.
You calling me short?
No, I'm saying that, we're talking about angles and you have to stretch. Come on, imagine the picture. Imagine the picture. Anyway, you hog the entire bed until I come home and start yanking blankets out from under you. And then you're like, and you roll over and then
that's the thing. I roll over, I let you have your space, but you work nights. Hell yeah.
And then as soon as I get in the bed, you roll back over and shove me to my little 6 inches of bed space. Which you straight up said, well, you're skinny and you sleep on your side, so you don't need that much space.
I'm justified.
Straight up said that to me the other night. Like, oh, you don't need that much space. You sleep on your side anyway. You totally sound like Janice from the Muppets.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so see, I justified it. I think it's a justified thought. You're skinny. You don't need that much space. And again, I had a queen size bed growing up. I'm still, working out this whole bed sharing thing.
7 years sharing a bed.
19-ish years not. Hi, Fluffy.
She's trying to jump on the computer this time.
She's probably telling us it's bedtime or something.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Toby's whacking my foot with his tail. I was going to say that he was whacking my tail with his foot, but I stopped because I realized it was wrong.
Yeah, that would take some explaining. I don't think we have this isn't the kind of show for explaining that exact situation. So, dear, do we have any lessons for this week for our loving audience who loves us so much they're going to send us a Ninja Blender and wine?
Well, we have some words of wisdom in this week's segment.
Oh, this week's segment. Our new segment for this week.
This week, moment in potty training.
You heard that right, folks. This week we're going to have a moment in potty training. Let us all take a moment to have a moment of silence for parents who are having to go through a potty training with their children. It's not easy. It's not fun. Let's just have a moment of silence. Thank you, everybody, for participating in that.
Okay, this is a situation that every single parent that's ever gone through potty training or ever will go through potty training or just has a kid who's walking and got nimble fingers has experienced.
So what had happened was our 2-year-old, it was bath night. Yeah. And he decides he's going to completely... He's going to get ready for bath. And he's super excited because it's bath time. Yay! We never bathe our kids, obviously. So he starts taking off his shirt and he runs to his room and puts his shirt in the laundry and he comes back out. I took my shirt off. Okay, good job. Chill. It's not time for a bath yet. He's like, I'm going to take off my shorts. no, it's not time for a bath yet. So he takes off his shorts because, 2-year-old, and runs to his room and puts them in his laundry and comes back out. I'm naked. No, you're not. You have your pull-up on. Because he's a goof like that. And he was like, oh, you're right. And so I obviously said the wrong thing. And he runs to his room and takes his pull-up off. And he's very helpful, at least, and puts it in his diaper trash can thingy.
Yeah, his little diaper pail in there.
But then he comes back out.
Daddy, I'm poopy.
He certainly was. And then the hallway was, and the living room, and the kitchen. And this was after we had vacuumed earlier that day. We had sharked the floors. The house was really nice and clean.
Yeah. Like a whole weekend of getting the house really clean.
Mm-hmm. And now there's a trail of poo.
From his room. Which I discovered in the cleaning process that he didn't just go from his room. He went from his room, tried to go to our room.
Oh.
So went all the way up the hallway to the back of the hallway.
Goody.
And then came back because the gate was closed. And then out to the living room and the kitchen and out to us. So I first had the joy of going and taking him and basically sticking him in the shower straight off and hosing him down. It's like, okay, I guess you are getting a shower right now. And hosing him down. And of course, Charlie was using our shower, which has the little detachable head that would have made this so easy.
Yeah.
No,
well.
He's using our shower instead of his own. So I had to use their shower, which just had the fixed head up there. So I'm sitting there trying to angle the thing to get a good shot at him. And I eventually grabbed the little bowl that they use for bath night to rinse their hair.
Yeah.
And was using that and just collecting water to splash on him to loosen things up. And it was I think every parent at some point is going to have to clean up the kid takes off the poopy diaper. Every parent has a poop story.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm cleaning poop off of something other than the kid. Or other than the nether regions of their child. There's leg stories and, blown diapers that went up their back and all those.
Yeah, fun times.
Every parent's got that. I had to stick my kid in the shower because of poop story.
Yeah, and then I had to take a shower after. So, that was this week's moment in potty training. It'll get better. Hopefully.
It'll get better.
Hopefully.
We had those moments with Damien. And I think Damien probably is... The thing with us with potty training is we were very passive in potty training. It's teach them how to do it. We've very much been the teach them what they need to do and let them take the initiative to do it. Yeah.
Well, and I always, for us, the sticker chart thing doesn't work. The, let's go sit there every 30 minutes.
That is really tough.
It's really tough with one. It's tough with one.
It's impossible when you have multiple kids to wrangle.
It really is. And, sticker charts just don't... Who gives a shit? It's a sticker. And the boys kind of know that. There's no real incentive for them, and no, I'm not going to give them candy.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to
give my kid
to that
candy
level.
For peeing.
Exactly. I'm just not going to stoop to that level. So, excuse me. So... Charlie was the first one to get potty trained, and Damien basically potty trained himself. He decided one day, I'm going to go pee in the toilet.
Yeah.
And
Charlie does it. Daddy does it. I'm going to go do it.
Yeah. And he did. And he maybe has had a handful of accidents since he's decided to potty train himself.
Yeah, the majority of it is he just doesn't make it it's usually overnight.
He's playing too much.
A lot of it was he was playing too much and didn't, and that's totally the thing too. They're playing too much and they consciously decide not to go in and go to the bathroom. Yeah.
And now Bug sees everybody, going to the bathroom, and he knows when he needs to go, and he can tell us, I gotta go potty, I want to go potty. And he's really good about wanting to. He's not very good about telling us beforehand with enough warning to get him there.
Yeah. Which, again, we went through with all of them. So
yeah.
It's just a, timing, adjustment, learning. It's a learning curve thing.
It is. And boys are harder to potty train than girls, so I've heard.
Yeah, we have no experience with this.
Wouldn't know.
Gotta ask my sisters.
But, and we'll get there with Bug. We've got 1.5 to potty train, because I would call Bug about halfway there.
He's halfway there, yeah. So, yeah. To all of you out there who don't have kids yet, or who have really little babies, you've been warned. You've probably had a blowout. If you've got a little baby, I think that's when you have the most blowouts, is when they're tiny.
Oh, definitely. That's when you have the most difficulty with diaper changes. I think a squirmy 1-year-old or a squirmy toddler is so much easier to handle than a blowout 2-month-old. That's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Their
system has no filter. Everything just goes now.
Yeah,
so.
And I mean...
But there's still that period, though, when you get, there's the 2-month-old that blows out just because their system... the diaper can't catch everything they're producing. And then you've got the, case where, their system changes and suddenly they were backed up for a bit, they didn't poop for a day, and then they just let everything go. Which, is that early, 1 to 1.5 stage. Then you think you're in the clear up until the potty training stage. You're like, hey, their system's pretty good, everything runs great. And then
they're pretty regular. You get into a routine, I know exactly when I need to change them, barring any weird, tummy bugs.
Yeah. And you think you're in the clear, and then you get to that late potty training stage when now they're capable of removing their own clothes.
Yeah, that's the issue. Pull-ups are a great thing. I think they are. I think they're a fantastic invention. I hate that Bug knows how to take his off.
Since they invented the tearaway sides, he knows the sides tear away.
Ugh. It's frustrating. Because to me, I'm like, if you're going to take it off, then just freaking go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
If you're going to sit there and complain that you're wet or that you're dirty, go to the bathroom.
That is the lesson that you must learn. But
it's just getting that lesson embedded.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
He knows what a potty is for.
He just needs to get his timing right to get there in time.
Yeah.
Fun times. Anything else for us this week, dear?
Apparently, according to Damien, Sam is a spaghetti.
That's your fault, by the way. Because he was singing your Sam song. Because you interject Sam into every song.
It's just so easy.
But he interjected a spaghetti into your Sammy song. And it fit, so I couldn't help but, share.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sing it.
I'm not either. I'm drunk, and that's just... Well, I'm not drunk.
You're not drunk. You're inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
You would think with alcohol...
I would pass a field sobriety test.
No, you wouldn't. But you'd fail a field sobriety test just because you're uncoordinated. You couldn't walk a straight line stone sober.
Ma'am, could you walk this line? No, sir, no, I sure couldn't. Ma'am, can you touch your nose? I don't know. Hang on.
Nope.
Well, kinda. I got it on the second try.
You're just uncoordinated. That is your problem.
I swear, officer, I haven't been drinking. I just can't do shit. Say the ABCs backwards. No.
Hold on, let me turn around.
Right.
That's the best you're gonna get? Okay. Alright. Besides self-deprecating humor, anything else for us this week?
No, but don't forget to all the stuff that you usually say.
Because I handle all of that stuff. Okay, so this is the part with my spiel, isn't it? Okay. I'm just the color commentary. I'm the guy in the booth.
You're white. You're not colored.
Wow, that was racist. Well, you are from Texas.
Hey. Jeez.
But
I'll
don't
stick
forget.
my horse on you.
Don't forget to not only subscribe and rate and review on Google Play and on iTunes, because they're already built into your phones. Tell your friends about the show, because that's much more valuable than a rating or any rating or review or subscription. Is share it with your friends. Tell your friends how ridiculously crazy we are. Because, yeah.
I'm sorry, Fluffy. Did you have something to say?
I think the cat's telling me to get on with it. But
Jeezy crazy.
Tell your friends and even people you just met on the street. That guy that weird guy who sits next to you on the bus, you can tell him about the show too.
Don't talk to strangers. Oh my god.
He's not a stranger. He's that guy who sits next to you on the bus. You know him. His name is Guy.
You give our listeners such bad advice.
You want them to buy you wine in a blender.
It's good advice.
But, yes, like the Facebook page. You can get in touch with us there. There's a little button to send us messages there. And you can always email us at momanddadcuss@gmail.com. And check out all of the past episodes. If you aren't already subscribed, you can also do that at momanddadcuss at blogspot.com. I'm just fumbling over everything tonight.
Good thing you don't play for the NFL.
Hey, in some cases I might have a long career doing that. You never know.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
You're only built to be a kicker, and everybody knows kicker's not part of the team.
And I've got a bad back. So, you know.
You're the kicker. No one cares.
Thanks. Okay. For ReAnna. Is that you?
I don't know. I can't feel my nose.
There was one glass of wine. I am Adam. Good night, everybody.
Bye.